Okay, nothing has changed in these matchups at all. You're guarding Chris Paul. What? Stay with Chris Paul. Where's D'Angelo Russell going? So now you're never going to be able to get back out to Chris Paul, so it's rip and go, open jumper. All right, here's what happens when you don't pay attention to detail and you don't communicate, okay? Look at this right here. This is clearly a switch is being called, but this player is going to go towards the ball instead of just switching, so now you give up an open three. Down screen right here. What is Karl Towns doing? You go over the down screen. This is called going up the gut. You can see what Karl Anthony Towns is trying to do. Up the gut. So it's a wide open three. Have to get up if your man is setting a down screen, Rudy Gobert. You need to get up right now. Okay, down screen's happening. You need to get up right now and have your arms out so this player cannot curl. When you allow this player to curl off a down screen, it's a wide open jumper. D'Angelo Russell needs to sprint back here and get his feet set and in a defensive stance. D'Angelo Russell is jogging back, so his feet are never set. So, of course, Devin Booker is just going to blow right by him for a layup. Dagger screen being set by the Suns right here, okay? Here's what this player needs to do. You need to go under this first one, then over this second one. See when you go over the first one, the problem? See that separation? Now you're done. Okay, now that's going to require a second defender to have to step up. Jock Landale's will then wide open for a layup. This player cannot be standing in the paint already right here. Okay, stop. See, look at this. I mean, this just can't happen. There's the defender. There's his man. You have no chance of getting back out now when your man's one pass away and you're standing in the paint. All right, you cannot be this pressed up to Devin Booker right here guarding him. Okay, take a half step to a step back. When you're this close to guarding Devin Booker, all it's going to be is a jab step, and he's going to be easily able to create space just like that, and it's an and one. Horrible one-on-one defense by D'Angelo Russell here. Stop. Okay, look at this. You cannot bite on these pass fakes. Look at D'Angelo Russell right here. Let's look at his feet. See how he's going to leave his feet just a little bit right there? So now that gives Cam Payne the ability to blow right by you for an easy float. You have to get underneath the screener immediately if you're switching right here, okay? So right now I'm underneath Jock Landale right here, and I'm initiating contact, and the battle for real estate starts now. That doesn't even come close to happening. Jock Landale's initiating contact, so he's got you perfectly sealed, and it's an easy two. Cannot lean towards the screen. Look at this defender right here, leaning towards the screen. So now this player is going to refuse the screen, make Rudy Gobert help. Now he's never going to get back out, so it's a pump fake and go drive, draw a double team, open three. This horrible defense here by Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards is guarding this player right here, okay? What player's dribble's picked up now? Just stay with your man. There is nothing else to do. Stay with your man. This player is doing fine one-on-one. Instead, Anthony Edwards gambles, awful, and then look, now he's here, his man's here. So, of course, that screws up everything. I mean, you're just literally playing blindfolded right now, and you give up a layup. Okay, so this player right here in the corner for Minnesota, I don't know what on earth this is. Okay, Rudy Gobert has this player in transition. Transition defense, you throw matchups out the window. You just get to bodies, okay? You get cross-matched all the time in transition. So why? There's no screen, there's no nothing. Why are two people then going with this player, and why is this man who was guarding this player no longer guarding him? So, yeah, it leads to a wide-open Phoenix and one layup. You have to communicate and transition on defense, okay? Right now, this player here's got to say, I've got this man here. So Anthony Edwards knows I need to go here. Transition defense is all about communication, but there's clearly none here because two people are guarding one Suns player, and it leads to an open three. Why am I not hedging this ball screen? Okay, first of all, the sideline is right here. So the second this guard picks up his dribble, hesitates, brings his dribble back, which will be in like 0.5 of a second with the sideline right there, I can recover. Meantime, backside help right here for this player's role. This player can easily occupy these Suns players 2 passes away. Instead, you're just giving up open jumpers for no reason. Have to address this down screen, okay? Stop. This player here, Karl Anthony Towns, needs to get attached to his man with his arms out so this player can't curl coming off this down screen. Look at the space. There's the space now because you didn't guard this down screen the right way. So now this player is going to get it, draw a double team, wide open Suns three. Geez, if you're hedging this ball screen, you cannot let this guard turn the corner, okay? You've got to cut this guard's dribble off. Look at this guard right, you're letting him turn the corner, so now you're dead, okay? And now the defense is in scramble mode, and it leads to an easy Suns layup. What is D'Angelo Russell doing here? His man is setting a flare screen, so all you have to do is stay underneath your man and yell out, flare, 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 so this player knows to go over the top right now so he doesn't get hit with the flare screen. But you got to stay underneath your man. What is D'Angelo Russell doing here? You just get your face crossed on a cut for a layup. What is going on? Why is this player in the corner doubling? There is nothing to double on. Rudy Gobert is guarding his man one-on-one. So why are you here and your man's here? Makes no sense. And that's Devin Booker, by the way. So it's obviously going to be an easy 2. It's a disaster. This player is leaning towards the screen. So now Chris Paul's just going to refuse the screen, blow by you, draw an extra defender, and now there's nobody to take this Suns player who's wide open for 3. When you are going under a ball screen like this, and it's totally understandable why you'd go under a ball screen set this far out, like, first of all, again, your back should be to the baseline guarding Chris Paul, and you cannot even flinch like you're going over. You've got to just immediately go under. Watch D'Angelo Russell here, okay? See how he's going to first attempt to go over? Now you're screwed. Now Chris Paul's on the other side of the screen, and you're still here. So now Chris Paul's just going to get it, go right into the lane, draw help, dunk. Again, you don't get back to the middle of nowhere in transition. This player has the ball, so this player needs to go here. Not only is this player getting back to the middle of nowhere because this player's guarding the ball, he's going to gamble to top it off, like right there, and it leads to a wide open 3. Again, there is no screen being set here. This player is guarding just fine. So you need to stay with your man. Why are you reacting like there is a screen set? Look at this. This player's doing fine one-on-one. There was no screen, yet you're standing up here. So now it's just going to be a pass over the top. Suns have numbers, Biombo dunk. Karl Anthony Towns is sticking around too long. As soon as Devin Booker pulls his dribble back, you got to leave when you hedge, okay? When does Devin Booker pull his dribble back? Right now, okay? So right now, Towns should be recovering. This backside defender can leave, and this player can guard the ball one-on-one. Nope, Towns, look how much longer he's sticking around for. So look, now that forces a backside defender to have to stay way too long because you stayed way too long, and it's just going to lead to a wide open corner 3. Oh my God, again, you are leaning towards the screen. Stop doing so. Look at this. See how you lean towards that screen like that? So now you're blown by. That forces a double team. That forces the Timberwolves to be in scramble mode, and it leads to an open 3. Okay, Rudy Gobert has no chance of getting to the paint right now. You have to communicate in transition. You get cross-matched, okay? It happens. Rudy Gobert has to take the ball so that this player can go here and this player can go here. Instead, Rudy Gobert is going to the middle of nowhere. So now the corner is wide open for 3. And this is what happens when you don't pay attention to detail and you don't communicate. This is supposed to be a switch. So D'Angelo Russell cannot flinch towards the ball. He's got to get underneath the screener immediately. Look at this late switch, and then D'Angelo Russell's going to top it off by gambling. So now we're giving up numbers, and it's, of course, going to lead to an easy Suns layup. What is D'Angelo Russell doing here? Stop. This player has the ball. Okay, this player now needs to announce, I have ball. So D'Angelo Russell knows to go here. Again, communication is everything in transition defense. But nah, we're going to have 2 Timberwolves guard the ball, so there's nobody to take Cam Johnson, and it's a wide open 3. Don't give Chris Paul the lane where he is a master in the mid-range. Please get Gobert up and get Chris Paul out of the lane and hedge. Okay, again, backside help right here for this player's role. If Chris Paul wants to throw a skip pass here, there's plenty of air time on that pass for me to recover. But instead, you give Chris Paul, you let Chris Paul get right to his spot. It's a wide open jumper. You cannot give Chris Paul the lane. Stop right here, please. Look at if I hedge this ball screen. This backside defender just needs to drop, and he's right here, and there's no place for this player to go. Instead, because you're stopping Chris Paul's dribble immediately, instead you give Chris Paul the lane. So look, now this backside defender is not going to be able to stay there long enough. And now this player's got to step up and backside help. And now Chris Paul's skip pass here is way too easy to make. So, yes, it's a Suns 3. Stop running drop coverage. Look at if I hedge this ball screen right here and get Chris Paul out of the lane. There's no place for this big to go. The backside help is standing and waiting. Instead, you're running drop coverage. So look at this. Karl Anthony Towns has to drop towards the ball while this big just goes unabated down the lane. So look where he's catching this ball now, inside the paint. So now it's just going to be an easy post up. He's too low and a hook shot for two. All right, so the Timberwolves are again in this idiot drop coverage right here, but this player's getting backside help too early, okay? I mean, this big is out here. The backside help can come from over here right now. See, again, the problem with drop coverage here is this player can't be in backside help just yet because look how easy the skip pass is to make. So, yeah, this player's in the paint, has no chance of getting back out, so it's just a rip-and-go drive and a little shot at the rim for Bridges. This cannot ever be how you play defense away from the ball. This player's back is literally to his man. You have to be seeing your man and the ball at all times. So, of course, when you don't see your man, he's going to beat you backdoor. That collapses every defender, and now it's going to lead to an easy Phoenix little wide open jumper for Bridges. You have to stop running drop coverage with Chris Paul, okay? You got to get Gobert up. Again, hedge and get Chris Paul out of the lane. Where is Biyombo going here? The backside defender's right here. But instead, you're letting Chris Paul get right to his spot where he's unbelievable at, and it's just wide open. Cannot switch a ball screen like this. Look at this right here. You're sagging. If you're switching this ball screen, you have to get up and ready to guard Chris Paul. Okay, you switch it sagging, so now you give up an open three. We're trapping a ball screen. There's got to be some Timberwolves player in my picture. Okay, you have to take out one pass away. If you trap a ball screen and there's nobody denying this pass right here, then the trap is totally pointless and it in fact hurts you because now of course the Suns have numbers and that leads to an open three.